What's up, traders? Welcome back to an EU outlook, right? Starting from the weekly, we're going to go down to the daily, the 4 hour, and eventually the M15, so we can begin to piece together this week we have ahead. So, recording this on a Monday night here in the United Kingdom. We're gonna get started. So here we are on the euro dollar on the weekly. Our structure here is pretty obviously bearish. For years now it's been bearish, right? So now we're in a situation here where we could do one or two things, right? We see some bearishness kicked in the last couple of weeks. So what we could see is price simply come down into this region over here, right? Now that's one scenario, right? But the other scenario is that we have a weak high over here. Now the reason this high is weak is because it failed to make a new weekly low, right? The low is down here. This low is weak because it hasn't really it hasn't really broken any lows, right? So it's weak. So in theory, we could also see this. We could see price come up into this POI, give us a give us a bullish end of the week, bullish end of the year before continuing lower. So that's our weekly analysis, right? It's important to understand where our POIs are, respecting premium discount arrays. So with that in mind, if we go down to the daily time frame, we can begin to dissect our daily levels of structure. So as you can see here, we had bullish structure in this region over here, followed by a breaker structure over here, right? So we see a violation of this demand zone or this bullish POI, and we've seen price give us a new dealing range to work with, a new structural dealing range to work with, right? So we're now trading from, if I use the Fibonacci tool, we're now trading from this swing high down to this swing low, okay, here on the daily time frame. Now, with that being said, we understand that the market moves from premium to discount, from fair value gap to fair value gap, using the ideas of liquidity from liquidity to liquidity, right? So as you can see over here, we have price given us this was our forecasted level. Those who follow us in Liquid FX or on Twitter or anything like that, you've seen this POI was being marked out for a while. Now this is a POI because it meets our rules of a POI. So now from here we've had a bearish reaction off this bearish POI. Now from here we see price heading towards this next POI in this region. Now from here we're going to have to dissect price on a lower time frame to see if we could take potential buys from here. But going into this week, the narrative is for price to get down to this daily POI. Then from here, we're going to have to dissect price further using our lower time frame structure, so our 4 hour and M15. So we just go down to the 4 hour time frame now. It very much reflects the daily, where what happened is we had bullish structure over here that turned bearish post daily POI mitigation. Now from here, what can we see? What will we see? The narrative on a Sunday night is for price just to continue lower into this region over here. We've got a 4 hour refined zone into a daily zone. Price should get into this daily zone. Now from here, we could see one or two things. We could either continue higher in line with the weekly objective to get that weekly week high, which is all the way up here if you remember from the start of the video. But if we see a break of this structural low over here, we're going to be confirmed bearish, and we could continue down to some of these fair value gap levels over here and over here. These are unmitigated POIs in the discount which haven't been mitigated yet, right? So we have POIs over here to target. If this POI holds, then we have a bunch of liquidity, trendline liquidity over here to target going into next week as well. And we could really see price rocket if this POI holds. We could see price eventually get up to here in not even late 23, but going into 2024, we could definitely see price give us bullishness. But it all depends on the week ahead. What happens in this POI? So we're in an interesting zone. Obviously, as you can see, if we flick to Forex Factory, we've got our news events for this week. We've got a pretty hectic news event. So nothing on Monday. We've got for the euro, we've got, and the USD, we've got CPI this week, we've got FOMC, and we've got a bunch of stuff on Thursday, and we've got some Friday stuff as well. So busy week in terms of the news, but again, it's all about this POI. It's a very interesting time for the euro dollar. If this POI holds and we see sustained bullish pricing, then going back to our weekly time frame, we could see price come all the way up to here. Not next week necessarily, but this will be our target going into 2024 now. So I hope you enjoyed this short little video on a Euro USD outlook. There'll be more markets coming out, so it'll be the Nasdaq, SPY, and GBP USD. Let me know in the comments any other market you want to see. Dow Jones, US 30, gold as well, GBP, JPY, any pairs you want, put them down in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.